I've been feeling kind of tired lately, but I'm still doing my best to stay busy. I was thinking I'd make a short video of some improvised poetry. I don't really think I've done any improvised poetry or verses or whatever. Thought I might give it a try, just for fun, you know? Alright, let's see. The winds of autumn blow through the trees as all the leaves dance. They fall to the ground, red, yellow, and brown, and absorb into the earth for winter. The insects all hide away in holes to escape the cold. All the dogs in the neighborhood still run free, claiming their territory with their noisy barks, and yet inside stay calm and loving to their families. All the while, the families do what they do to pass the time, while the father is on the computer, the mother is watching TV, the son is exercising in the basement, and the daughter is upstairs playing video games. As the daughter plays video games, through internet connections, she speaks to her friends. All the while they have adventures of their own that she wishes she could see or hear of. Now, there are several others out there who are a bit more distant, have less has less connection to most others, and they're fine with that. They are content by themselves, for at least most of the time. For the truth is, it is hard to live with no companionship whatsoever. Companionship is healthy emotionally, for it brings people peace of mind to be given compassion and care by another wonderful person. Truthfully, happiness is a most natural desire. Happiness is what we all seek, all living creatures, animals, humans alike. Happiness is what we all desire, and yet let me pause for a while. The search for happiness probably lies in places we are unaware of. There are some things that we desire that are just out of our reach. But don't lose faith, because as long as you stay true, have a nice, kind heart, and are compassionate towards those in your life, something good will happen. as long as you stay true and good-natured. Now, for those who have the nerve to do bad things, watch out, because karma will be coming for you. Deeds of badness, deeds that hurt others or themselves in any way, whether it be physical or emotional, sooner or later it's gotta catch up to you. See that as a warning, because you can't get away with bad deeds forever. It'll catch up to you, and all we could hope for is that you'll learn your lesson and not do stuff like that again. But for those who have goodness in their hearts, what they wish to do is of their own free will and should not be intervened with if they are not harming anyone or themselves in any way, whether it be physically or emotionally. As long as what they want to do does not bring harm to anything, anyone, or themselves, it should be considered acceptable. The world is in need of all kinds of things, whether it be for saving people's lives, either physically or emotionally, making positive impact on people throughout their lives, or just there to make people smile. Whether you want to be a doctor, a musician, a video game designer, a engineer, as long as your heart is good and true, you have every right to pursue your dreams. You just have to remember that sometimes to find true happiness, sometimes you have to go beyond just dreams. You can't devote your entire life to one thing alone, because there's more to life than just dreams. Really, to have a healthy, happy life, you need to make sure that your heart branches out to other things that make you happy, like family, friends, hobbies, or anything else like that. But the thing is, no matter how happy it makes you, it's wrong to do things that hurt others or yourself. It's not right to do things that are harmful to yourself or others, no matter how good it makes you feel. Drugs is a big example. Drugs are very bad, very scary, and should never be attempted. And if you do have a drug problem, you really have to turn to others and do your best to get those things out of your life, because those things will bring you to a painful and regretful end. Yes, those things are very dangerous, probably one of the most dangerous things on the planet, cause so many people to get hurt or killed. Really, the best thing you could do for it is stay away from them. Very, very bad and possibly even evil substances that have only succeeded in ruining people's lives, either directly or indirectly. Now, there's more to it than that. There's also that you gotta be careful about alcohol. Now, I will say that drinking responsibly is acceptable, but you've really got to be careful because I have seen many cases where alcohol changes people for the worst. Some people get really angry and violent when they're drunk. If this is the case, people have to stop drinking. Because if their drinking is hurting others, then they just have to stop. They have to realize that they have a problem. They need people to tell them that they have a problem. Has to be at least a bit of an intervention. Because when someone is doing something that's harming themselves or others, those who care about them have to do their best to put a stop to them. Yeah. And let's not forget that too much drinking, like getting far too drunk, can lead to dangerous situations. Not just for those around, not just for those around you, but for yourself as well. Some people don't think when they're drunk, and they do very dangerous and stupid things that could get themselves or others hurt. That's why it's important to drink alcohol responsibly and know your personal limits. Yeah, but there's more danger to it than that. If you drink too much alcohol, you can even suffer some terrible medical issues. Alcohol is very unhealthy, and even moderate drinking of alcohol is unhealthy. That's why you really need to take that into consideration. Yeah, you need to do what's really healthy for your body. I mean, eating healthy is one of the best ways to make your body nice and healthy, to ensure that you live a long and a healthy life. Yeah, fruits, vegetables, healthy meats, low-fat dairy, lots of grains that, you know, and not too many fats, oils, or sweets, and not any unhealthy meats and stuff. I mean, I know for some people it's a little hard to have a healthy diet, but there are some tips as to it. I mean, when people want to lose weight, exercise is a great thing to do, but really, one of the best things to do is to have a healthier diet. You can't rely on one thing alone. You have to change your habits so that you can have a healthier lifestyle. Now, what was it? Oh, I gotta pause again. Yes. You see, if you want to lose weight, it's more than just having the willpower, it's having the patience. If you want to lose weight right, you have to lose it nice and slowly so that you won't gain back the weight over time. It takes time to change your habits, change your diet, and build up an exercise routine. That's why it not only takes determination, but patience. Now, something I would recommend for people who are wanting to lose weight. Now, one thing I would definitely recommend is stay away from junk food and fast food. That's one big thing that you could do. No bacon, no donuts, no McDonald's, no Burger King, no Wendy's. Now, If you want to know what I have for lunch most of the time, I have a packet of Ritz peanut butter crackers and a glass of fat-free milk. Or I have a pack of Nature Valley oats and honey bars. Yeah. Now, peanut butter is a healthy fat. It's the kind of fat that doesn't make you gain weight that much. Yes, it is the kind of fat that's really good for you and has a lot less calories and unhealthy fats than things that you would find at McDonald's and whatnot. And they're not that expensive. I do realize that it doesn't seem nearly as big a meal as you normally have at lunch, but sometimes when it comes to losing weight, it's not just about eating more healthy, it's also about fighting back your appetite. Yeah, sometimes you need to realize that it is okay to eat less once in a while. But one thing I will reassure is that you can have healthy snacks. And believe me, those will satisfy your hunger pangs, whether it be baby carrots or some sweet, delicious fruit like I love to enjoy. There is nothing to me that satisfies my appetite more than a big bowl of grapes, some delicious slices of watermelon, some freshly peeled oranges, and a big bowl of canned pears. Yeah, fruits are the kind of sweet, tasty treat that are great for people who want to lose weight because they may have sugar, but it's the kind of sugar that does not make you gain weight. It's the kind of sugar that absorbs into your body fully and turns into special nutrients. That's definitely a good way to ease your hunger pangs. Or perhaps something that's low in calories, like saltine crackers. Or maybe a small handful of your favorite nuts. Nuts are very, very healthy. Again, a healthy alternative to a snack. There are also some alternatives you can do for dinner, like have smaller portions in dinner. Instead of having a really big hamburger, have a small burger. Have a turkey burger instead of a hamburger. And don't put any bacon on it. Instead, have it with lettuce and tomato and onions and no cheese. Mhm. And instead of French fries, get a side of um, hmm, get a side of sweet potatoes, or a side of vegetables, or just have no side at all. That's something I might recommend. Yeah, but of course, more than ever, it takes patience. Yes. And don't forget about how important exercise can be. That's a very big impact. Now, something that you could probably do if you work in a big office, instead of taking the elevator, try taking the stairs. It could make a difference. I mean, whenever I was going to college, instead of taking the elevator, I would always take the stairs. It wasn't really that difficult, but it really was a good alternative. Also, during your breaks, after you've had your lunch, try walking around the lobby to walk around and work off some calories Because taking brisk walks, really does help quite a bit. It really is the best for a healthy lifestyle. At least stuff like that is cool when it comes to a physical healthy lifestyle. But there are also a lot of things that you can do for an emotionally healthy lifestyle. Sometimes when you're feeling sad or depressed, exercise can help with that too. From personal experience, I can tell you that if you're ever feeling down, if you get some exercise, like do some pacing back and forth, or running in place, or like my case, dancing to heavy metal music, yeah, if you do something that gets your heart pumping like that, it could really help relieve you of your depression and anxiety. But really, the best thing that you can do when you're feeling depressed or anxious is not just sit there and do nothing. Really, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling sad, really, you shouldn't just sit there and do nothing about it. Do something that you enjoy, like watch TV, or play video games, or play some of your instrument, or anything that you enjoy. Just do something to at least try to get your mind off of it. And don't forget, talking to other people about how you feel can sometimes really help a lot. I mean, getting some of those feelings off your chest can really do wonders. And the people who care about you, like your family or your friends or your spouse or anyone else who is close to you, talking about it with them can really help bring some relief to it. Yeah. I know from personal experience, when you have feelings deep inside that are really bothering you, upsetting you, or making you feel sad, sometimes talking about it really does help a lot. But there is so much other things that you have to realize. Like, sometimes you need to realize that you're not truly alone. I mean, there are some people out there who just push people who care about them to the side. Like, they don't care that they care about them. They think that they don't understand. But it shouldn't matter if they understand or not. What should really matter is that they care about you, and that because they care about you, it hurts them to see that you're hurt. And that's when you have to feel compassion for the compassion they feel for you. And at least let them try and make you feel better. Some people just try so hard to be by themselves, when really this world is so vast, so full of people every corner, that really we're never really alone. We just have to look a little closer around us and realize that there are people who want to be in our lives, who want to make us happy. The people who really care and the people who want you to be happy, the people who care about your feelings, who care about your happiness, those are the people that really matter. The thing is, the words of people who want to hurt you, who want to make you sad, or who discriminate against you, those are the people whose words should not matter. If people, if there is a person who wants to hurt you, who doesn't care about your feelings, they are best to stay away from. If you have friends or so-called friends who are trying to force you to do things that you know are wrong or that you are uncomfortable with, they are not worth being friends. A true friend would never do something like that. A true friend would never intentionally hurt or make someone uncomfortable. You just gotta stay away from people who are abusive. Even if a person changes, even if they're nice at first, but then turn into someone bad, you have to make sure that you make the right decision, whether if they have hope. But you've got to be careful, because when people get violent, that is when it gets dangerous. That is when your life can be in danger. And don't forget that I said that in this world we're never really alone. There's always at least someone to turn to whenever you're being mistreated, whether it be friends, family, or even the law, like law enforcement and stuff like that. There's always someone to turn to when it comes to being hurt and whatnot. You just have the courage to reach out to those people so that you could save yourself from a potential danger. Wow, I've been at this for almost 30 minutes. I think maybe I've said enough. This turned from attempted poetry to random bouts of advice. That was weird.